Hi everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today what I'm going to do is 5 exercises that you should be doing to grow your glutes. So let's get it, let go. Alright, so when it comes to building the booty, all I ever see are sumo deadlifts. So if you don't know already, a sumo deadlift is where your feet are about 45 degrees, kind of like I've shown here, and they're about shoulder width apart, and you're focusing on going down and going up and hinging at the hips on your way up. Now, while the sumo deadlift is a great exercise, the conventional deadlift has a great place in my heart because it's great at developing a better form with doing deadlifts in general, and it also helps you get a deeper range of motion in terms of actually targeting and reaching your glutes as opposed to doing sumo deadlifts. Sumo deadlifts get a good rep because of the external rotation in your hips and because of how you have to hinge at the hip when you go up and go back down. But for some people, this might not work as well, and this is where conventional deadlifts come in. So in a sumo deadlift, on the way down, it mainly focuses on your frontal area, and you're using your knees to kind of push the weight back up. But with a conventional deadlift, you get more of a range of motion because there's more, like your feet are closer, so there's more hinging at the hips, and you can get more of a range of motion that way. With a conventional deadlift, you're focusing on driving the movement more with your knees, so you're getting more of a better glute stretch. And it's more horizontal versus it being vertical, which makes it a lot better. A conventional deadlift is usually pretty hard to get the form right, so I figured I'd break it down into a few steps for you guys. So I try to make sure that my feet are shoulder width apart, my hips are low, my chest is up, and as I focus on bringing the bar or the dumbbell up, I'm also focusing on contracting my core. And also making sure that I squeeze my glutes at the top to really work on that mind to muscle connection. Alright, so the second exercise that I love doing is called a glute bridge. However, if you're not doing it correctly, you might not feel it, etc. When I started out doing them, I wasn't really feeling it because it's pretty easy to miss that connection with your glutes and feel it more in your lower back or in your hips. So I like to focus on going up and holding it for 2 seconds before I lower back down and etc. And this helps build time under tension, which also helps with you gaining muscle and of course you tiring out your glutes. And I kind of want to think of this as a tap and go. So you're going to tap when you go back down and go right back up, hold for another 2 seconds, and then tap and go. Because if you don't, you're allowing the blood to like flow to your glutes and flow right out, and you want it to flow and actually stay flowing and stay there. You want to keep those glutes really pumped up. Also, this isn't something that I do all the time, but you can try putting like a little plate underneath your legs and then pushing up with that, just in case you have more trouble with feeling that mind to muscle connection kind of thing and feeling your glutes actually contracting. All right, so exercise number 3 is a split squat. So it's kind of like a Bulgarian squat. Bulgarian split squat, only difference is you don't really need the ledge here. You're going to focus on going down and going right back up. You're going to want your foot to kind of reach your ankle. However, the only problem here is stability, because you're really going to want to focus on trying to stay stabilized within this movement. So, yeah. But this really works for your glutes and as always also with a pause. So if you focus on pausing on your way down, like I'm telling you, do this even without weights and you will die. Like your glutes will just be on fire. Alright, workout without a hip thrust? We do not know her, okay? Hip thrusts always have to be in my glutes workout. No matter what day it is, they're always here. So you're going to start with your feet kind of angled a bit outwards, but not too much. And you're going to focus on thrusting with your hips, basically. And on the way up, I'm going to want you to pause for a bit. Focus on really feeling your glutes, being in pain, and then lower. And yeah, I usually try to do like 12 reps. But yeah, just focus on that mind to muscle connection. Also, as a burnout, I like to do this with just body weight. You can do this with body weight and you will still die. I usually like to aim for like 12 or 15 reps. Alright, so the next exercise is called split stance RDLs. So in order to do this, you're going to want to stand with your foot kind of being angled outwards, and you're going to want the other foot to be 70% behind the first foot. And you're going to focus on going down and hinging at the hips. I also like to add a little pause when I do this movement, as I feel like it helps keep those muscles under tension, you know? Gotta get those glute gains. Also, this exercise is kind of like the single leg RDL. Only difference is you have more stability here because both of your feet are still on the ground. So a single leg RDL is more suitable for advanced people. However, a split stance RDL is more suitable for beginners. Alright, so those are the exercises that I've been enjoying the most so far. So if you like this video, don't forget to shoot me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below with your video requests. And also don't forget to subscribe. And until next time, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.